Tina was born with a dream to be a professional ballet dancer. From the time she could walk, she twirled around the living room, her small feet pointed perfectly, her arms held gracefully above her head. Her parents, seeing her natural talent, enrolled her in dance classes, and by the time she was 10, Tina was the star of her ballet school. As she grew older, her dedication only deepened. She practiced for hours, her feet blistered, her muscles sore, but the smile never left her face. Every pirouette, every arabesque brought her one step closer to her goal. Her dream was within reach when she was accepted into one of the most prestigious ballet academies in the country. This was her chance, her golden opportunity to make her dream a reality. Tina poured everything into her training. But just as she was preparing for her final audition, the unthinkable happened. During a particularly intense rehearsal, she felt a sharp pain shoot through her ankle. She tried to brush it off, but it was no use. Her ankle was severely sprained, and the doctors told her she needed to rest. The audition was 2 weeks away. Tina was devastated. She tried to push through the pain, but her body wouldn't cooperate. With tears in her eyes, she watched her dream slip away. The day of the audition came and went, and Tina, unable to dance, was left with a deep sense of loss. Everything she had worked for, everything she had sacrificed, seemed to have been in vain. For months, Tina was lost. She didn't know who she was without ballet. Her once vibrant spirit dulled, and she struggled to find purpose. Friends and family tried to console her, but nothing seemed to lift her from the darkness that had settled over her life. One day, while wandering aimlessly through the city, she stumbled upon a small, quaint cafe tucked away in a quiet alley. The warm aroma of coffee and pastries drew her inside. The cafe was cozy, filled with books, art, and a grand piano in the corner. Tina sat down, ordered a coffee, and for the first time in a long while, felt a flicker of peace. As she sipped her coffee, she noticed a flyer on the bulletin board. Piano lessons, all levels welcome. Something about the flyer spoke to her. On a whim, she signed up for a lesson. She had always loved music, and though she had never played an instrument before, the idea of creating something beautiful, even in a different way, intrigued her. Tina's first piano lesson was humbling. Her fingers stumbled over the keys and the music was awkward and halting. But there was something therapeutic about it. The process of learning, of challenging herself in a new way, began to heal a part of her that she thought was lost forever. Weeks turned into months, and Tina's skill on the piano grew. She found herself spending hours practicing, not out of obligation, but out of a genuine love for the instrument. The music filled a void in her heart that ballet once occupied, but in a different way. It wasn't about perfection or achieving a specific goal. It was about expressing herself and finding joy in the moment. One evening, as she played a piece by Chopin in the cafe, the owner approached her with a smile. "You have a real gift," he said. "We've been looking for someone to play here regularly. Would you be interested?" Tina was taken aback. She had never imagined performing for others again, especially not in this way, but something inside her said yes. She began playing at the cafe every weekend, and soon people started coming just to hear her play. The music she created touched others, just as ballet once had. And for the first time in a long while, Tina felt whole. Years passed, and Tina's life took on a new rhythm. She still loved ballet, but she no longer mourned the loss of her dream. Instead, she embraced the new path that life had given her. She became a beloved figure in the community, known not just for her talent, but for her resilience and grace in the face of adversity. Looking back, Tina realized that the twist of fate that had once seemed so cruel had actually led her to something even more meaningful. Her dream of becoming a professional ballet dancer had been dashed, but in its place, a new dream had been born, one that brought her more fulfillment than she could have ever imagined. And so, Tina discovered that sometimes, when life doesn't go according to plan, it's because something even better is waiting just around the corner. All it takes is the courage to turn and embrace the unexpected.